Hi everyone, my name is Ashini. I am an illustrator. Today we are going to draw and procreate. This is a forest tutorial and I'll teach you from the beginning till the end step by step, and I'm going to use my watercolor brush set and some of the existing brushes available in Procreate. I'll also give you the outline sketches and the color swatches in the description. You can download it from there. And let's begin the video. So before you begin the video, you just have to go inside Procreate. You'll be able to see the past projects over here. Now just click on this plus icon and you can click here on the screen size or any of the existing sizes, or you can create a new size by clicking on this plus icon. Click on this plus icon and now I'm just going to create 3000 by 2000 pixel. Now we have 40 layers and that is far enough. Now let's create it. Now let's get started. Before starting, let me introduce just some basic tools. This is brush, this is smudge tool, this is eraser. Here you can have various layers. Here you can select the colors, and this is where you change the opacity of the paint, and this is where you change the size of the brush. So this is just the basics. As we go, we'll see what is over here, and go slowly step by step. First, when you go into the brush set, this is the brush set, tints and tones, which is my own watercolor brush set. I'm selecting the dry liner brush. First, let's draw a thin horizon line. This need not be perfect. I'll also give you the sketches and color palettes in the description. So this is just to those who wants to see how I'm sketching, or else you can just skip to the painting part. I'm just drawing some random lines. So these are the trees which I'm drawing. As you can see it little bit closer, you can see the top portion is slightly thinner than the bottom portion. So these are all the front trees. So backside trees we'll just paint it using the colors directly. This is just to have an idea, just erasing this portion in between the lines. That's it. Now in this, here the sunlight falls and the sun rays falls from the right direction. So you can keep that in mind. I'm just drawing some stones over here. And here you will have some grasses which we will directly paint using the brushes. Now let's start to paint. Go to the brush, select this bright wet edge loaded brush and go to the color. This is the color palette which I'll give you in the description. Select the second color and opacity keep it at 80% and size keep it at 20%. After which, go to the layer section. Select this N icon and reduce opacity of the sketch layer, and then click on this plus icon to create the new layer. In this layer 2, we are going to start painting. Just paint the trunk which is in the front. It will be very light in the beginning, but that's okay. We'll make it dark in the end. Start with light colors. Just repeat the same action on the other trees as well. If you lift your hand, you will be able to see some overlapping like this. That is completely fine. You can later use the smudge brush to smudge it, and that also creates a different texture. You need not be inside the line. It's okay. If it's slightly outside, you will not be using the outline. You will be removing it in the end. Now create one new layer. Go to the color section, select the fourth color from the right in the second row. Increase the brush size to some 70% and just color block the entire ground with the same brush. I just changed the brush size, not the brush opacity. It's the same. It's okay if you color the stones as well. Just giving under paint. We'll color above this. That's it, the ground is entirely colored. Now let me create one new layer and just hold it, drag it below the trunk. Now go to the organic brush set, and this is an existing brush set in the Procreate. There will be a rainforest. So just go inside the rainforest, go to the stabilization. No, go to the stroke path and increase the spacing to 40% and click done. And go to the brush section and select the sixth color in the third row. Keep the brush size at 13% and opacity at 100%, and just color entire sky for now. That's it. Go into the effects section, select Gaussian blur and just move your touch and hold the screen and move your pencil and keep the Gaussian blur. You can see the number over here. Keep the Gaussian blur at 8%. I'm keeping it at 7%. Keep it at 7%. Again click it. It just gets blurred a bit. Now we have color blocked the entire diagram. Now go to the layer 3 and click one more layer. Create one more layer. Now select the third color from the first and go back to the watercolor brush set and select the same bright white edge loaded brush and color only one corner, like in the trunk. Just color the left side. So you can move this layer below this yellow, layer 5, move below the layer 3, and in the every trunk just color the left side of the trunk. Just trust the process. Might look little wonky, but will be good in the end. Now again, just create one more line. Like, can you see here? Just the corner. First, it's the brush. I use more pressure. Now use less pressure. Create one more line in the corner. So what it creates? It creates some more depth. Create some more depth in the painting. That's it. Let's create some more trunks in the behind. Just create one new layer over below the trunk layer. Layer 6. Go to the brush. Select the fine line watery brush. Select the first color. Let me check the opacity. Opacity is fine. Just keep it at 100%. Size at 33%. And just draw some background trees. So these brushes are all pressure sensitivity brush. Like if you apply more pressure, it will be in a different texture, and if you apply less pressure, it will be in a different thickness of the color. So just create more trees over here. That's it. Now let me do the same thing, just creating one more line over here in the corner left side. Shadows, you may call it as shadows. Now just go to the layer 4 and click this plus icon. You will have a new layer over here. Go to the color, select the first color in the second row and go to the organic and select the rainforest and reuse the brush size to 5% and just color the end. It's okay if it's visible through the trunks, we'll erase it later. Just color the bottom portion. Go back to the color, select the sixth color and again do the same above the dark layer. So here you have the dark layer and here you have the white layer. Now select the eraser brush, any brush, you can use the sketch pen brush and just erase a bit above the trunk so that the grass won't be overlapped, it will go behind. I'm just erasing, since the grass is in separate layer, I'm just erasing the grass portion over the trunk. Adjust the size accordingly. Now it looks fine. Now let's create some more leaves. Select this snow gum leaves and go to the color. Select the 7th color in the 3rd row and let's create some leaves. You can create new layer if you want. Just in this corner you can have more leaves, darker leaves. Only in the top I'm creating some leaves and some in the bottom as well. I'm not creating any leaves over here, anyhow you will have the sun rays over here. Now this is fine. Go to the layer, select one new layer and reduce the opacity to 49% and do the same, increase the size to 20% and let's create some background leaves. Now go to the effects section, select the Gaussian blur, slightly blur it so that it goes in, it just smudges and goes in the background. This looks fine. Now similarly, go to the brush section. There is a brush called wild grass. Go to the color, select this seventh color in the third row, and similarly go to the grass section, this section layer 7, and again just paint some wild grasses. Keep the opacity at 100% before coloring and just paint some grasses over here. In between sections, just paint some grasses. So what I'm doing, I'm just leaving some trees but painting it over other trees, the ones which are behind. Similarly, paint it in this corner as well. So as you can see here, let me redo it again. So you can see the wild grass texture. So this is such a cool brush for painting grasses. Now go back to the tints and tones watercolor brush. Select the bright wet edge loaded and go to the layer 3, the top section, create one new layer, and then now let's create some thickness over here. You can see here there are two lines which I drew here. Now go to the smudge section, same pigmented wash and slightly smudge it, and select this ink pen and let me select the sketch pen and reduce the size to 2%, increase the opacity to 100% and just drag it and further reducing it just to give some grass effect. Just use different direction so it is more organic. Now let's create some variation in the land. Go to the brush section, color section, select the fourth color. Same bright wet edge loaded brush. Let's color these stones. Go to the layer, select one new layer. So one layer I've entirely colored, you can see here. Then again I'm just coloring the top stone. This is similar to watercolor texture, so you'll have some bright edge over here. Now let me select a different brown, second brown, and just give some variation over here. Just giving a second layer over here. And just color the bottom stones as well. And let me create some variation in the ground portion as well. Just doing the same thing again to create some variations in the color. And then go to the color, select the fourth color. Again do the same thing. in the top. Go to the smudge brush, select the bloom smudge and just smudge it just randomly. Just smudge the corners. That's it. Now let's create some more depth in the colors. Go to the dry liner brush, keep it at the fourth color only and create one new layer. And let's start creating some line work. May not be a line per se, just random lines, not everywhere. So in the front trees, I'm just coloring all small lines for sure, only in the corners, just to have some structure. Even here in the bottom as well, you can create some to give some structure and just one single line like here in the bottom. Now go to the smudge brush, select the bloom smudge, go to the trunk layer, layer 2 and slightly smudge the colors. Let me check where I have given the depth. Okay, it's layer 5 where you have given more depth. Just smudge this colors. Let me know if I'm not very clear. I'll clarify in the comment section. So it may not be perfect, just smudge it randomly. So when you're smudging it, don't overdo it. Just use a circular motion. Now it's all smudged. Go back to the layer 11 and smudge this darker portion as well a little bit where we gave the outline. Now go back to the pigmented wash with the same brown color, which is the fourth color. I'm just going to create some depth on the stones. Create one new layer. Just random colors. So this is like a very dark fine line brush wherever you want to give some dark details. And this is also a pressure sensitive brush. As you reduce the pressure, it will smudge the paint along. Like you can use more pressure while starting and then while going downwards direction you can use less pressure so that the color smudges as you can see here. Similarly you can smudge everywhere. I'm just going to draw some more. Select the second color, some more stones over here. It's too empty over here. Just round, nice round stones over here. With the same pigmented brush I'm just coloring. And some stones over here as well. You have to have some objects in the front to so that you will have some depth on the overall image. Select the fourth color again. Okay, my hand mistakenly erased the stone over here. Let me redo it. Select the previous color and select the darker fourth color. Create some variations. This is like a paint without any water. That's it. Now layer 2, layer 5 and layer 6, it's all same, all trunk. Let me merge it, use your two fingers to merge and this let it be. Now go to the 12th layer, create one new layer and go to the brush section and select the fine liner brush, select the yellow color and go to the layer, select this N icon and put it in add. Now let's create some light source from here. So it's at 100% and size is at 25%. Now just created some circle motion over here. Let's reduce the opacity to 50% and let's create some light over here. Just pulling the light towards left side. Now go to the smudge brush, select the bloom smudge and just smudge the ends. And also pull the colors from the corner. Hope you are able to get this effect. Since we have put the blend mode at add, it is giving this effect. Now let it be. Go back to the trunk layer, layer 2 and duplicate it. After duplicating it, select the blend mode and put it under color bond and then reduce opacity to 40%. Now this creates some darkness in the trunk. You don't have to make it more darker. So I started with lighter color just to be cautious. Now this looks good. Now let's create some light effect on the floor. Same yellow color. Go to the top layer, create one new layer. It's always better to create a new layer. Put the opacity at 100%. Same fine liner brush, size at 25% and create some bright yellow in the ground. Just make it more, little bit more yellowish. You will not see much variation, but I'm just making it little bit more brighter. And similarly, go to the brush section, select the third color, the second row, and give some variations. Just some color blotches in between, and go to the smudge brush, same bloom smudge brush, not changing the size and the opacity, just smudge randomly, not everywhere. So you can see here I have not only smudged little here and there, and here I have just left it as it is. It will create some painterly structure. Let's create some light reflection from the trees. Create one new layer, put it in add and go to the brush section, go to the luminance and select the light pen and go to the color, select the last color in the second row and then just very small reflections from the trees. And here in this tree I'm just drawing one single line. Then use the smudge brush to slightly smudge it in one corner so that it just merges. Now do the same thing over the stones as well. Go to the brush, same luminance light brush and create some reflections from the stone. Now go back to the layer 10 and just duplicate it and reduce the opacity to 40% and change it to color bond or linear bond. Linear bond looks good. Just and go to the opacity. Let's reduce it further to 20%. Just making it darker, similar to other places. That's it. Now, in the end, so these above all the layers, create one new layer and select the green color, which is fifth color, and just drag and drop it. So it will entirely cover it. Now go back to the normal mode and put it under overlay and reduce the opacity to 50%. Now what it does, it just makes it looks cohesive. So here we'll make some changes. Go to the eraser brush and select the fine liner brush and you can erase a bit over here where there is a sun. So you don't have to have everywhere this darker color. We'll go into the erase, go into the sketch pen only and erasing a bit over here. And then let me just finish it by drawing some grasses over near the ground. Select this sixth color, go to the brush, go to the watercolor brush and select this fine liner brush and create one new layer. Reduce the brush size to 6% and just create some grasses over here. Selecting the first color, just creating some random leaves. Go back to the brush, go back to the organic brush set, select the sword brush and just color some grasses over here in between the stones as well. Near the trees, some grasses in the front as well. Now go back to the luminance where we added the sunlight, and if it is too brighter, just reduce the opacity to 65%. Now reduce the opacity. Now it looks good. If you like this tutorial, please like below in the video and also subscribe to my channel to get more such content. And if you happen to draw with me along with me until the end, then please tag me on Instagram. I would be very happy to see, and it will be motivating me to release more such tutorials. Thank you for watching until here. Bye.